Hello friends, today I will discuss symmetrical components. In this topic, I will cover some of the terms that are used in this topic. What is the definition of the symmetrical components? It is nothing but expressing each unbalanced vector of unbalanced polyphase systems in terms of three balanced vectors is called the symmetrical components. For my convenience, here we use polyphase system means three-phase system. Then what is the purpose of these symmetrical components? So this method is necessary to solve the unbalanced polyphase systems with ease. Then what are the assumptions that we make to study this topic? The first one is unbalanced polyphase system assumed is three-phase system voltages. Second one is vectors rotate in anti-clockwise direction. The third one is 120-degree phase difference between the vectors is represented by a letter A. 240 degrees phase difference between the vector is represented with a letter A square. Then terms used: phase sequence, positive phase sequence component, negative phase sequence component, zero phase sequence component. So let us see what is phase sequence. It is nothing but it is the order of peak value of voltages that occurs. Suppose if you see this diagram, this is phase 1, this is phase 2, this is phase 3. So in this, phase A is reaching peak value first, means this is the, suppose you assume this is the time axis. So phase 1 will reach its maximum first, then phase 2 will reach the maximum, then phase 3 will reach its maximum. So this can be explained well using an example. In a three-phase unbalanced system with the ABC phase sequence, we can say phase A voltage will reach its peak value first like this, then phase B will reach its peak value next, then phase C will reach its peak value. And in case of balanced system, the phase A will lead the phase B by 120 degrees, whereas phase B will lead the phase C by 120 degrees. Then what is phase sequence components? If the balanced three-phase voltage vectors rotate in the same direction as that of the original system, they are called as positive phase sequence components. So what are the main features of this positive phase sequence components? So they have the same magnitude and they have the phase difference of 120 degrees between the vectors, and the phase sequence is same as that of the original phase system, three-phase system. And their vectors, these vectors are represented by suffix 1, like VA1, VA2, VA3, VA0, like that. Example, suppose we have a three-phase system with ABC phase sequence, and if the VA, VB, VC are the phase voltage vectors of three-phase unbalanced system, then we say VA1, VB1, VC1 are called positive phase sequence components. Similarly, negative phase sequence components means these are the vectors represented in place of unbalanced three-phase system with the following features. These vectors also will have the same magnitude and they are displaced 120 degrees apart, but their phase sequence is exactly opposite to the original unbalanced three-phase system. And these vectors are represented by a suffix called 2. Suppose you have the ABC phase sequence unbalanced three-phase system, and if the phase voltages are VA, VB, VC, then VA2, VB2, VC2 are the negative phase sequence voltages of phase A, phase B, phase C. And these voltage magnitudes will be same, and the angle between these vectors is 120 degrees apart. Next, coming to the another term called zero phase sequence components. These the main features of zero phase sequence components is their magnitude is same, and the phase angle between the vectors is 0, and these vectors are stationary, and these vectors are represented by suffix 0. Suppose you have the unbalanced three-phase system and the phase sequence is ABC and the phase voltages are VA, VB, VC, then we can represent the zero phase sequence voltages like this: VA naught, VB naught, VC naught. So VA naught belongs to the phase A zero phase sequence component. VB naught represents the phase B zero sequence component. VC naught represents the zero phase sequence component of phase C. So what is the principle of this? Symmetrical components. It is nothing but three-phase unbalanced system phase voltages are expressed in terms of three balanced vectors. So let us analyze it. So let us say we have the unbalanced three-phase system like this. This is VA, this is VB, and this is VC. All these are phase voltages. And if you look at that diagram, the magnitudes of these vectors are different. There is no symmetry between the angle between the vectors. So here the angle is different, the angle here is different, the angle between this and this will be different, and these are all these vectors are rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. So then when this is the case, means this is the unbalanced system, then how to represent this unbalanced vectors in terms of symmetrical components? Suppose you want to represent phase A voltage in terms of symmetrical components, then we write VA is equal to VA0 plus VA1 plus VA2. So here VA represents the phase voltage of phase A, VA0 represents the zero phase sequence component of phase A, VA1 represents the positive phase sequence component of the phase A, VA2 represents the negative phase sequence of component VA. Similarly, for VB is equal to VB0 plus VB1 plus VB2. Similarly, VC is equal to VC0, VC0 plus VC1 plus VC2. So this can be explained well in three ways. So when phase A is taken as a reference, how we represent this VA, VB, VC? So when you take the phase A as reference, in that case, VB sequence components should be expressed in terms of VA symmetrical components. Similarly, VC symmetrical components should be replaced by phase A symmetrical components. How we do it? Let us see. So we assume that the phase sequence of the unbalanced system is ABC, and we have the positive phase sequence voltages that is VA1, VB1, VC1, and they are rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. As I said earlier, positive phase sequence voltages will have the same magnitude, and the phase difference between the vectors is 120 degrees, and their rotation is anti-clockwise direction. So that is what we are seeing here. Now we have taken VA1 as reference. Phase A reference means VA1 will become a reference here. So to express VB1 in terms of VA1, what we should do is this vector should rotate in the anti-clockwise direction and reach this VB1. Then we can express VB1 is equal to VA1 into A, means it will reach here. Then if it moves from here to here, means again it has to be multiplied with another A, that is A square VA1. So to represent VB1 in terms of reference phase A, that is VA1, so we have to write like this. VB1 is equal to A square VA1. So from here to here, A. Here to here, it is A. Means A into A square. The reference vector is VA1. So VB1 is equal to A square VA1. That is what we have written here. Similarly, you have the VC1 vector. To express this VC1 in terms of a reference vector, that is VA1, we have to move this reference vector by an angle of 120 degrees. That is multiply with A, that is A into VA1 represents VC1. VC1 is equal to A into VA1. That is what we have done here. So this is how we express positive phase sequence components VB and VC in terms of reference vector VA. Similarly, we can represent negative phase sequence components also in terms of the reference vector VA. So look at this. So negative phase sequence components means the suffix for those vectors is 2. That is VA2, VB2, VC2. As I said earlier, the negative phase sequence vectors will have the phase sequence opposite to that of the original system. So original phase sequence of the system we assumed as ABC, whereas negative phase sequence diagram phase sequence will become A, C, B. Means just we have interchanged B and C with respect to positive phase sequence. So VA2 is here, followed by it is VC2, followed by it is VB2. So again we are taking here VA2 as a reference and we express VB2 and VC2 in terms of VA2. So to express VB2 in terms of reference vector VA2, we have to multiply this with A. A means it is 120 degrees. Means rotating this reference vector by 120 degrees. That is the meaning of A into VA2. Similarly, to express VC2 in terms of the reference vector, it has to move here, then it has to move here. Means this is A and this is another A. Means A into A square into VA2. That is what we have written here. That you can see here. VB2 is written in terms of VA that is A into VA2. Similarly, VC2 is expressed in S square VA2. Then zero phase sequence components, they are nothing but they have the same magnitude like this, but the phase angle between them is 0 degrees, so they are stationary. So VA naught is equal to VB naught is equal to VC naught. Now we represent VB and VC in terms of the reference vector. That is, VB is equal to, what we know is VB is equal to VB naught plus VB1 plus VB2. That is what we know. So now we are replacing that in terms of the reference vector. In place of VB naught, we write VA naught because they are equal. So next, VB1 is replaced with A square VA1. Similarly, VB2 is replaced with A into VA2 like this. Similarly, VC is nothing but VC0 plus VC1 plus VC2. So these vectors have to be replaced with the reference vector, that is vector A. So VC0 is represented or replaced with VA0 because VA0 and VC0 are equal. So plus VC1 is replaced with A into VA1, that is like this. Similarly, VC2 is represented with A square VA2. So we know VB and VC in terms of reference vector, and VA is already known, that is VA is equal to VA0 plus VA1 plus VA2. So if you write them in the matrix form, we get like this: VA, VB, VC, that is 1, 1, 1, 1 A square A, 1 A square, VA0, VA1, VA2. Similarly, suppose you want to know symmetrical components from the unbalanced voltages. In that case, we have to take inverse matrix for this. So then we get VA0, VA1, VA2 is equal to 1/3 1 1 1 1 A square 1 A square A VA VB VC. So this is valid when phase A is taken as a reference. So similarly, we can write a similar matrix by taking difference reference vector. Suppose if you take the phase B as reference vector, in that case, so look at this. This is your VB1, and when this is taken as reference, then we have to represent this VA1 and VC1 in terms of VB1. So to express VA1 in terms of VB1, VB1 should reach this VA1 position after moving by 120 degrees. That is, this should be multiplied with A. That is, A into VB1 is equal to VA1. Similarly, VC1, to represent this VC1 in terms of reference vector B, then it has to move 120 degrees plus 120 degrees, means 240 degrees. That is nothing but A square. So VC1 is equal to A square into VB1. Why we are writing VB1? This is the reference phasor. Similarly, we can write vectors for negative phase sequence and zero phase sequence. So look at this. For VA, VA is equal to VA0 V plus VA1 plus VA2, VB is equal to VB0 plus VB1 plus VB2, VC is equal to VC0 plus VC1 plus VC2, and the zero phase sequence components will be have the same magnitude, no phase angle between them, that is zero phase angle, and they are stationary. So we write VA0 is equal to VB0 is equal to VC0. So because we are taking phase B as a reference, we write VB is equal to VB0 plus VB1 plus VB2, whereas VA we express in terms of reference vector, that is VB0 plus VA into VB1 plus A square VB2. Similarly, VC is equal to VB0 plus A square VB1 plus A into VB2. So we can also write similar to the previous case like this. We write the matrix form. Similarly, if you want to express these relations by taking phase C as a reference means, that also we can represent. Suppose we have the phase C. See, this is the phase C component. So we want to take this as a reference means, when you take this as a reference means, we express this VA1, VB1, VA2, VB2 in terms of vector C. So suppose you take this positive phase sequence components. So look at this. We are taking phase C as a reference. So when phase C is taken as a reference means, so to express VA1 in terms of VC1 has to move by 240 degrees. First it has to reach here, then it has to reach here. So 240 degrees means A square into VC1. A square into VC1. So that is VA is equal to VC0 plus A square VC1. Similarly, if you want to express VB1 in terms of VC1, so you have to move this VC1 by 120 degrees, that is A into VC1. A into VC1. So that is what we have written here. Similarly, VC2 we represent with A square VC2. So similar as I discussed with phase A as a reference vector, here also we can write the equations in terms of matrix form. And if you see properly, this is VA1, this is VA2, this is VA0. So VA is nothing but VA0 plus VA1 plus VA2. Similarly, VB is nothing but VB1 plus VB2 plus VB0. Similarly, VC is nothing but VC0 plus VC1 plus VC2. So when you draw the vector diagram, you will get like this. Thank you. Kindly like the video and subscribe to the channel.